and welcome to Life Happens with Bahati Joyce, where we take life head on and make it happen, bringing you the very best of Africa. Did you know that Tanzania was once the largest exporter of sisal? Absolutely. Back in 1960s, around the independence, 1961, Tanzania was leading in exporting sisal, actually #1 in the world, exporting around 250 tons of sisal. The species was introduced into the country. Actually, it was smuggled into the country by a German agriculturalist who smuggled it inside a crocodile's stomach. How about that? So today I am here with a company who is converting sisal into something very productive, very useful in this very land of Tanzania. And we're gonna hear from them. They're called Refix It. They're doing an amazing work of turning sisal raw material into a business.
When many have overlooked and some even ignored the opportunity that our native knowledge carries, there are some who have been inspired by the skilled handiwork of our forefathers, taking what was thought to be an outdated traditional skill set and turning it into a creative, modern, and profitable decorating business. Tanzania ranks second in the world for sisal production. FAO indicates that the demand for new products made from sisal have been growing at a very fast rate in the world market over the past decade. So why did these two ladies quit their white-collar jobs and start weaving? Are the traditional skills passed on from our parents still relevant today? How can we refix the ever-increasing generational gap? You are about to find out. This is Life Happens with Bahati Joyce.
Aquilene, welcome to the show. It's good to have you. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
So I want to know about Refix It. You guys are in the business of sisal.
Yeah.
Maybe tell me why sisal?
Okay, why sisal? We decided to use sisal because it's one of the raw materials that is underutilized in our country. We see cotton, for example, let's take cotton. Cotton, they make vitenge, they make kanga, they make so many things out of cotton. But when you look at sisal, it's just there. Most of people don't even think about sisal. So it's like, why not?
So knowing that Tanzania produces so much sisal, we said by now we're the second largest producers of sisal. You guys saw an opportunity.
That's
okay.
True.
How did the business begin?
Okay, the business actually, it didn't just begin like that. It's like the founder of Refix It, that is my colleague, my partner. She grew up looking into her uncle. Her uncle was using sisal to making different kind of interior decoration, like plant hanger, wall hanging. So she grew up seeing him doing that, but she never knew about it. And then it's like years later, she's like, when she quit her job to start her own company, she's like, that's when she thought about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So growing up, she saw her uncle using this sisal, of which we see a lot of the older generation do. In Tanzania, it's a normal thing for them to, turn this sisal into mats, into carpet, and she saw a business opportunity. She quit her job, you say?
Yes.
Okay, wow. And that's how the business began.
That's how the business began. She quit her job, and then one day we bumped into each other. She told me about the vision she has about it, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
That's when it began.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why did you decide to join her in this vision, this Refix It?
For me, I was excited because back in secondary school, we used to have this class called needlework class, where we were taught everything about needlework. And personally, I love everything to do with my hands. Wow. So knitting, crocheting, all those things, sewing clothes, I love it. So when she told me about it, and it's like, don't worry about it, I'm good with my hands. It's like I was excited. It's like, it's something that I love to do, so why not? It's like, let's do it. Yeah, I'm good with my hands. I can do anything with my hands.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What exactly does Refix It mean? It's a very unique name. What does it mean?
It's a story.
I want to hear it.
Refix is a story. It's like the founder of Refix It. It's like my colleague. She's like what she saw, what is true about Tanzania. It's like so many our parents, our grandparents, they know a lot of skills. So skills that are not taught in school. There's different kind of skills like maybe crocheting, like knitting, like making clay pots, those kind of skills. But these days, like we don't value those kind of skills. We look at them and then we see like these are outdated for old people. It's like this is not for us. It's like we're into technology and stuff, see? But what we don't see is like we are losing these skills. These skills are our heritage, they are our culture. So why are we despising our cultures, you see? So it's like we need to fix this situation.
Wow.
So fixing this is refix this kind of situation.
Wow.
We need to refix this. We need to bring the generation together, the older generation with the younger generation through creativity.
Wow.
So that's how Refix It was born.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow, that's so powerful. So, the founder's story, what her name is? Leandra. So Leandra's story is that she grew up under her uncle, watching her uncle, weave and make all these creative art.
Exactly.
She came together after she quit her job, came together with her uncle, and they started something. She reached out to you, you joined her, and there was that fixing of the generational gap, where the older generation that have skill, and it's true, as Africans, there's so much skill that our parents and our forefathers had. You look at traditional medicine, you look at weaving, you look at all these traditional things they do, and now you find that young people are getting very modernized.
Exactly.
So we're losing some of
We are
this.
losing this. Not some, so many of them. It's like when you see the number of youth who really appreciate these kind of skills, they are like, I don't know, I don't even think like we reach 50% of the youth that really know how to use these kind of skills, our traditional skills.
Yeah.
So most of us, we are so much into technology, into this iPhone, new phones, new stuff, new kind of things. So we don't really value our traditional skills.
But you guys have taken now these traditional skills, you've packaged them, and you're making money off of it.
Of course.
It's a business.
It is.
Tell me about the business. How is it doing? How is it lucrative business? Is it working? How have you guys managed to be such a success?
Okay, so when we started, it's like that uncle, we called him, we asked him to teach us.
Okay.
So he taught us. He taught us all how to do it. We learned, he taught us the basics. Then after we knew the basics, it's like, okay, because my colleague's foundation, she's an architect by profession.
Wow.
Exactly. And I am a quantity surveyor by profession.
Wow.
Yes, so creativity is like, it's also in our profession.
Yeah.
You see? So it's like the best thing to go about it, because these days creativity sells. See? So our knowledge in creativity, we use that new knowledge in creativity in making this design, different kinds of design that are not outdated, that people will see and will love and will want to buy.
Wow.
Exactly. So that's how we've been going on. That's how the business has been going on. That's our approach.
You guys are living the story of Refix It. You've fixed that generational gap, and you've made it work for you as young people.
Yes.
So what would you have to say for fellow entrepreneurs, other young people who are looking for maybe something to do? I mean, how did you guys manage to take something that was a passion, creativity, and package it into a business? What were those practical steps that you took to be where you are today?
Okay, the practical steps, like first, yes, I love doing things with my hands. I love different kinds of skills. So for me, for not only for me, for everyone, for us, love wasn't enough. So we needed to learn. So we called our uncle and he taught us.
So the first step was getting the skill and the knowledge.
The first step is loving it. It's like
Loving
you have the
it.
passion. Yes,
Yeah.
the passion need to be there before even
you
the
learn.
education. Yes.
First of all, find the
needs to be there.
passion.
Yes. Do you
Love
have
it.
that passion? Do you have it?
Nice.
Yes, I have it. Then you learn.
Then you learn.
Exactly. Wow. Exactly. Then after learning it, then that's why we put our creativity in it. the creativity that we learned in schools, you know, in architecture, in building economics, we learn different kind of creativity, you know, design and stuff. So it's like, okay, what is working? It's like in this everyday's life. Yeah. People love beautiful things. People love creative stuff. And actually, we're looking not only like for Tanzanians, we're looking like for anyone, like someone who is living in Tanzania, but maybe they came from UK, maybe they came from Thailand, maybe they came from China. Something that will work for everyone, not only Tanzania. Yes, internationally.
Very nice.
Exactly.
And I want to know more about this because you said your colleague was an architect.
Yes.
I mean, that's serious.
It is.
You are a quantity surveyor.
Yes.
That is serious school.
It is.
How? How did you guys transition? How did your family even take it? In this African culture of ours, I know how those things can go. How did you guys do it?
It needs preparations. Like, you don't just quit your job and then, oh, now I'm starting business. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Please tell us.
No, like for me personally, it's like, it was a process. So it's like, I was just thinking, I can't just be spending my time in an office. It's like the whole day, from morning to evening. So if I'm not in the office, what will I do? So how will I survive? So it's like, it was something I was processing. So I process it. Then when I was out of the office, then I was like, my mind was ready. Because I've been processing this for the past 6 months.
Okay.
See, so I was ready. So when I was out of the office, I was like, okay, so I'm ready. So let's do this. I need to work. I need to be working hard.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any other means of income.
This
so
was it.
This was it.
You guys put your everything in this.
Exactly. This was it.
I love that. You planned it.
Yes.
You planned your transition out
Yes.
into a business, which I think, you know, a lot of young people maybe struggle with that part. You know, people see the success story.
Exactly.
You guys are now getting international recognition.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. But they see the glamour. They don't see the struggle.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the struggle? I want to know about the struggle. What were some of the challenges that you guys faced?
Okay, when we started, it's like the challenge was, it's like, people are seeing stuff and it's like, what are these? It's like, seriously.
They didn't know what this was.
They didn't even understand what these are for. For example, I'm making a table runner. So where can I put this? Or maybe a wall hanging.
Yeah.
So what the use of this? They didn't have any idea, like seriously. Only a few people. And those few people, very, very few Tanzanian and mostly foreigners. And few, not all of them, really understood, like, oh, so this is this is that. So that was a challenge.
So it was a challenge for your clients to even understand what your product is, why you're making it, what is it for, you know, to understand your creative art.
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
Persistence. So it's like, we explain, it's like, you need, our motto is, as much as we love our product, we need to make our clients love our product the way we love our product.
Wow.
Because when they see that love that we see, they'll understand what we understand, what we want them to understand. So that our motto that we're still using up to now. It's like, when you want to see our product, you want to explain about our product, we'll explain it in such a way, at the end of the explanation, you will see exactly what we see in that product. Wow. And you'll love that product as much as we love that product.
So you spend time educating your clients about the product.
Exactly.
Well, maybe you can share with the viewers as well. What is Sisal? There are some people who might not even know what Sisal is. You know, in Kiswahili we call it katani. That's what we're used to it. But what exactly is it, and what do you guys make out of it? Some of your products.
We use Sisal, that katani, or konge. That is actually a natural resource. It's a plant. So when they harvest it, they kind of process it and they make kind of ropes. And those ropes come in different quality. From the first quality, different quality depending on the use of that ropes. So our product, they use the first quality, the best quality of it.
You guys use the best quality?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only way that that's why our product, they last like forever.
How do you ensure? And what's the difference? How do you ensure this is the best quality? How?
It's seen. You need
Seen?
to know about it.
Yeah.
To know that this is the best quality or this is not.
Okay, so there's a way you guys pick and you say,
Exactly.
we want the absolute best.
Yes. So out of those Sisal ropes, we make different kind of products. Actually, our products are divided into 5 groups.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one are table runners. For example, like the one you're seeing here, this one, table runner. So you can put it on your dining table, you can put it on your coffee table, and the second one is rugs. We make rug. Maybe you want to put beside your bed. You want to put it. There's one client of ours who's put actually on her in a sitting room, the rug, and it looks really, really amazing. And third, plant hangers. So we have different designs of plant hangers, depend on what you want, depend on your space. And we also have wall hanging. Wall decoration.
Wall decor.
And the fifth one are lampshades. We also have different kinds of designs of lampshades. So we divided them like that.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. And what is your clientele like? Do you get a good clientele here locally? Do you export? Do you sell online? How do you guys market and
Actually, it's
sell?
working both ways.
Okay.
It's really working both ways. Because, well, yes, we market our products. We have our website. From the beginning, the day we started, we had a website there. So we have a website, we have an Instagram page, Facebook page, and Twitter as well. Exactly.
And you sell online?
Yes, we sell it online. We also export it if you want. If maybe we had this one client in Switzerland, she wanted a wall hanging that was 2.5 meter long.
Wow.
And we exported it to her.
All the way to
All the way
Switzerland.
to Switzerland.
Amazing.
Exactly.
And in terms of, we talked about Sisal being one of the second largest export of Sisal comes from Tanzania.
Yes,
So it's
that
one
is
of our big agri commodities.
Exactly.
So Tanzania being the second largest exporter of Sisal, I want to pick your mind and just know, what made you guys think to add value to the Sisal here before exporting it, like the majority of the people are doing? What is your thoughts on that aspect of industrializing, because it's what you guys are doing, industrializing Tanzania?
Sisal is a really, really strong material. It's like it cannot be affected by insects. It's moth resistant. It's salt water resistant. So if you're living somewhere along the beach, you won't be affected by the salt water, humidity, all those stuff. And it's a really, really strong material. So it's like internationally, the country that Sisal is being exported, they use it for different kind of things.
Yes, they do.
Which we don't use it here. So it's like, okay. And the things they use there is because of the great industrialization, their great technology. They're really far in terms of technology compared to here. It's like, okay, since technology-wise, we are not there yet. It's like, what can we do with the Sisal that we have? What can we do with what we have to make something that will work for Tanzanian and for also other people at large, for also international market as well.
So industrialization doesn't have to be the big factory exporting. This is industrialization.
This is industrialization.
Start with what you have.
Start with what we have.
Add the skill.
Yes.
You're good to go.
Exactly.
Amazing. How well are you guys doing? How many sales do you make a week?
It depends. That's a really hard question.
So about the product itself, I want to know more about the technical side, the expertise, the skill needed to make this product, the time taken. What is the expertise behind the craft and the products that you make?
So each product is like it has its own time to take. We have a product that ranges from one product may take starting from 5 hours to 7 days.
Minimum 5 hours.
Minimum is 5 hours. And maximum is 7 days. The whole week you're making one.
7 days.
7 days.
What
Monday
product
to
is that?
Sunday. That is, we have our lampshade, the big lampshade. We call it the royal.
Ah, wow. You have a name for your product.
We have a name for each and every of our products.
Wow.
We have a name for it.
So the royal
lampshade
takes 7 days
to make.
Wow.
Yes.
How does someone have the patience to do that?
First, you need to have that passion for wanting to do what you want to do.
That's right.
I know I had that passion. I also know I had the patience to do it because so many of handcrafted stuff, they take time.
Yes.
That is the truth of it.
Yeah.
Even the crocheting that our mothers used to do, it used to take time to finish one thing.
Yeah.
So for me, it never used to be a problem.
Wow.
For me, it's like, oh, I know it takes time and I have the patience to do it.
7 days.
Yes.
Amazing. And it's what makes your product so valuable because you're putting in the time and the skill to handcraft something.
Yes.
So these products are handcrafted.
Exactly.
Can you give me an estimate maybe of how much, how do you price your products? How expensive are they?
Yeah, for pricing our products, it's like there are different factors that we're looking into. For example, the time it takes.
Okay.
How long does it take? Like we say, the royal lampshade takes 7 days. So that's 7 days, 1 day is 8 hours per day.
Yeah.
Not like 2 hours and then that's a day. Yeah. No, 8 hours per day, 7 days. So we look into the time, looking into creativity that you put into that product. Yeah. Yes, we also look into the manpower, the energy, because there are some products that you need to have all the energy that you need to have to make that product. Right. Because if you're hungry, you can do it. So look, exactly.
If you're hungry to just make money, this is not. No. You need the patience in this business.
Exactly.
But it pays off. It's paying off.
It does.
How well are you guys doing? How many sales do you make a week?
It depends. That's a really hard question. Really, it depends. I can say like for a week we were selling this kind of product. No, because sometimes we can stay 3 weeks without selling any product.
Okay.
And then that next week we can sell like, I don't know, 20 products. Wow. So I can say that's
seasonal.
The question. Yeah, it all depends.
It all depends.
Yes.
It's very seasonal.
Exactly.
Wow. Amazing. And on the business side as well, how many people do you have working at Refixit? What's your team like? What's the expertise? Maybe tell me a bit about the workforce.
Okay, so at Refixit, the people who works full-time, only 2 of us. It's like me and my colleague, Leandra. We're working full-time. And we also have other 3 people that works part-time because some are in university, most of them. They are in university. And some of them, one has just finished university.
Wow. So you guys are giving jobs to university students to come
because
here.
That's our motto. So we want to work with youth. We want to connect the generation, all the generation with the younger generation. So we need the younger people to learn these kind of skills that were being taught ages and ages ago.
Wow.
So after learning these kind of skills, they need to add their creativity, this new creativity that they have to these kind of skills to make something timeless.
Wow.
Yes.
Lastly, what challenges have you faced as a business?
The challenge that we're still facing as a business is getting people to work with.
Okay.
Yeah, because really telling someone you're coming at a place to make one product in 7 days, 8 hours a day, that's really a challenge. It's like people really need to have that want, to have that passion to do that for this in order to do it. Because when you see most of the young generation, young people these days, like each and every one of them want quick money.
Right.
And this is not about
you gotta
quick
tell
money.
us more about that. It's not about quick money.
This is not about quick money.
Maybe to expound on that more, share with us a bit about your story. When you began, you said you quit your job. So we know that it wasn't quick money. Take me there. Take me to that place whereby you and your colleague, Leandra, came up with this idea and you quit your job so that young people can understand when you say it's not about quick money.
Yeah, and it's not really, it wasn't about quitting our job. No, it's like the contract ended. It's
Okay.
like, what is next?
Yeah.
Are we renewing the contract or are we looking for another job? So it's like, so my colleague was like, I'm not renewing my contract. For me, the contract ended and I didn't know what to do. So it's like, okay, sometimes you just need, when you see that you are not alone in something, it's like, okay, you get all the strength that you need.
Right.
Then for me, it's like, oh, so I'm not alone. It's like, I was just thinking maybe I'm starting being jobless right now, so I'm not alone. It's like my colleague she's not renewing her contract, so maybe I can start from there.
Yeah.
See? So, yeah, this is not about quick money. See, patience is the key.
Right.
Like, patience really is the key. We knew our vision, we knew what we wanted, we knew what we want to see in ourselves, in our community, in our country. So that has been the key that pushes us to do more and more and more, even in times, in difficult situations. Like when we see our vision, it's like, okay, we're going there. Right now there might be something that is putting us down, but as long as we're seeing that where we're going, that is the strength that we need and the strength that we use.
So inspirational.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. Refix it.
Yes.
Fixing the generational gap
Yeah.
between the traditional skills and the creativity of the young people
Exactly.
in Tanzania.
Yes.
What can the Tanzanian community and government do for you? Where do you see Refix It going in the future? What's the future?
The future of Refix It is actually, we see like employing so many young people, because these days there's so many, unemployment rate is high. See, so if it's like we want to be there for people. It's like, for example, okay, now you're done. Now maybe for example, people who finished their Form 4 or maybe Form 6,
Right.
exactly, or maybe even university students. So we want this to be like a center where we employ, it's like so many young people to do different kind of things in at Refix It for the whole nation, like that.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And I cannot wait to see where Refix It just ends up, because I can see you guys are going somewhere. You have a vision to industrialize Tanzania with what we have, with what we are already producing so much of. And you not only have a vision for that, you have a vision to transform the generational gap that there is between our parents, our forefathers, their skills, and our creativity as young people.
Yeah.
And that is so commendable. Thank you so much, Aqualine. It's been wonderful having you on the show, telling us about Refix It. It's very good to have you, and we look forward to seeing you guys soar and reach great heights.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was Aqualine from Refix It, and they are fixing the generational gap, doing an amazing work in Tanzania, converting sisal, the raw material, into a creative product that they are selling and exporting from Tanzania. Well, it's been an awesome time. I know you have enjoyed that story as much as I have, and I'm sure you have learned something new, because that's what we do on Life Happens with Bahati Joyce. We take life head on and we make it happen. Oh, and we're always bringing you the very best of Africa. See you next time.